Hello, and welcome to Momin Storytime. My name is Gail Trumbo, but my grandsons call me Momin, so that's the name I go by. I write children's stories, mainly about teddy bears and their friends. And I had an idea that I would like to read you one of my stories once every month. So we're going to start out this month with my stories about Dakota Jones. Dakota Jones is a geologist, which means he studies rocks and stones and minerals. And I wrote 3 stories about him, but this month we're just going to do the first one. And it's called Dakota Jones and the Crystal Cave. So I hope you like it, and you will join me next month when we read the second story about Dakota Jones. Have a good time. Bye-bye for now. Dakota Jones and the Crystal Cave. South Africa, 1890. My name is Dakota Jones. My friends call me Cody. I'm a geologist and a prospector, just like my father before me. I'm here in Kimberley, in the heart of South Africa, where you will find the world's largest diamond mines. The mines were founded in 1871 by prospectors, just like my father, Montana Jones. Hunting for gems is in my blood. Diamonds were made deep in the Earth's mantle, billions of years ago, brought to the surface by ancient volcanoes. I mined the buried remains of those ancient volcanoes. I had been down in the shaft for hours, working my way past the snakes and the rats, and suddenly I saw them, encrusted in the magma, diamonds, shiny pebbles of pure carbon. I crawled out of the shaft and made my way into town to get some cash for my diamonds. As I was walking down Main Street, I saw 2 nasty-looking characters following me. There was no doubt what they were after. I've dealt with their kind before, and I was ready for them. It seems my friends will be tied up for a while. My time in South Africa was coming to an end. It's 1890, and De Beers Consolidated Mines has bought up all the small claims. The days of the lone prospector are gone. It's time to move on. My father believed in the legend of the Crystal Cave, home of the sacred stone of the ancient gods. The cave was somewhere on the lost island of Pangaea. I set out to see if the legend was true. The rider of an elephant is known as a mahout. I rode the mahout train into Cape Town. Cape Town is South Africa's port to everywhere. Madagascar. My father believed the ancient island of Pangaea was really the island of Madagascar in the Indian Ocean. Once in Cape Town, I found passage on a frigate sailing to Madagascar. A new adventure begins. 90 million years ago, Madagascar split from India as plate tectonics tore them apart and smashed India into the Eurasian plate, making the Himalayan mountains. Along the eastern coast of Madagascar is a narrow and steep escarpment with hidden caves. Is this the ancient island of Pangaea, as my father believed? I'll soon find out. We docked in the eastern port of Ferradofay. My first day in Ferradofay, I met Cindy Lou, a zoologist. She came to Madagascar to study the animals. They can't be found anywhere else, like these lemurs. I told her I was a geologist in search of a rare stone. She asked if she could join me. She was in search of the rare elephant bird. Together we began our adventure. On our first day, we came upon a swamp of snakes. I used my whip to swing us over the swamp. I hate snakes. After our encounter with the snakes, Cindy Lou came across some tracks in the dirt. She was sure they came from the elephant bird. We followed the tracks. Oh, and there they were. We continued our search along the escarpment when suddenly a bright light appeared in one of the caves. Could this be the crystal cave of the legend? I made torches out of some dried twigs, and we made our way down into the cave. We followed a bright pink light. It seemed to be leading us somewhere. I am the Princess of Pangaea. Your father believed in a legend that is true. I brought you here because I am in need of your help. The sacred stone has been stolen by the Fossa. They have taken it to their temple. If the stone is not returned to the crystal cave, the island will sink into the sea. The princess told us to follow the escarpment and we would find the temple. I promised the princess we would rescue the sacred stone and return it to the crystal cave. Cindy Lou knew about the Fossa. She said they were a cat-like animal, ferocious and mean. We soon found the temple, carved into the stone. Oh, I wish my father could see it. It was beautiful. We entered with great caution. We quietly made our way into the temple. I could see the sacred stone. It was a crystal of corundum, known as ruby. Rubies have been treasured since ancient times. I have never seen a ruby this big. The Fossa were everywhere. I would have to create a distraction before we could rescue the sacred stone. I looked up and saw vampire bats. They were hanging from the ceiling, asleep. I took my whip and drove the bats into the temple. The Fossa turned their attention to the bats. A perfect distraction. I swung across with my whip and grabbed the stone. The Fossa never saw us. They were busy with the bats. We ran out of the temple and back to the princess. You have done well. Your father would be proud of you. The island will be safe once more. We placed the sacred stone on its pedestal. The crystal cave began to glow. The legend lives on. We felt good. We headed back to Faraday. Cindy Lou heard about a find of pink tourmaline in California. The Empress of China was willing to pay for this rare pink crystal with gold. We found a ship sailing for California. A new adventure begins. I hope you enjoyed Dakota Jones' first adventure. Please join me next month when Cindy Lou and Dakota Jones will make their way to California and China. Bye for now.